It's not what you did, son, that angers me so. It's who you did it to.
Who? The nobody?
That nobody is John Wick.
Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on
Yo, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bro.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the John Wick Minute, where we analyze, scrutinize, and celebrate John Wick 1 minute at a time. Today, we are doing minute 34.
I'm Seth,
and
by the way.
And I'm Steven.
Well, listen, wait your turn.
You screwed it up again.
Why does it have to be the same way every time?
There's
I'm
a formula.
That I
Pete and
know.
Alex.
Back to formula.
Seth even knows. Seth still never even listened to a minute of Star Wars. So he just
Prove
wanted
it.
to come in here
Prove
and tell
it.
us.
Prove
Hey
it.
Seth, have you ever seen a minute of the Star Wars minute?
Why? Yes, I
Or
have.
listened to?
Now you have to choose whether. Now you
you
have to choose whether to believe me or not.
You saw an Instagram clip, and that does not count. Anyway, we are doing minute 34, which I will pretend like I know which one that is. And I will tell you that it begins with, we still see the coins on the table.
There you go.
And it ends with window wiping.
Yes.
Good job.
We'll get there. It's the end of the minute. But so he's sitting there with a pile of coins. And he gets up, goes to his front door, and we meet Charlie, played by David Patrick Kelly. Anyone want to do the IMDb game? Because I didn't know anything.
I've never seen him before in my life.
All right, so he was in something: Twin Peaks, The Crow, Flags of Our Fathers.
He
and
was in
Bruce
The
Willis.
Crow?
I guess so.
I would
didn't see who he
recognize
played.
him. Was it the remake or the original?
Oh, yeah, The Crow.
Don't know.
Dude, The Crow's the infamous movie where Bruce Lee's son died in the making.
Died. Yeah.
That movie is like famous because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have known that.
Also, fun trivia for the Office Obsessed, Dwight Schrute's favorite film.
Yes.
Also, in a 1996 film called Last Man Standing, not the Tim Allen Show.
That's a good show.
Which is wonderful.
It is a good show.
I love that
It's a great
show. One of the best sitcoms ever.
It's really good. And I love his whole Second Amendment spiel with the musket. That was one of my favorites.
So funny.
In that show.
Yeah, maybe the 2-year-old will pick it up, drop the right amount of powder in it, then pack it down, then get the ball, shove it down the muzzle, pack it down, cock the lever, put in the cap, and then shoot me with it. It's great.
I love Tim Allen, man.
He's so good.
That's what's missing from John Wick, a
Tim
musket
Allen.
kill.
I thought you were going to say Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen.
But I was like, wait. No,
Tim
a
Allen.
musket. That would be
Does
so
have
good.
that
A
scene in
musket
the
kill.
third. It's not a musket, but in the scene in the third
It's
where he takes
the-
the antique revolver pieces and like
Yeah.
puts it
Right.
in
That's good, but the musket would have been better. Have him
Oh.
actually load a
Does
full
need a
musket.
That would be
Because, dude, those things are brutal. Grand Thumb
Yeah.
did a video on ballistic gel dummy. It literally took the head off the dummy.
just a
They're
musket.
shooting over.
You sure you're not mixing that up with the tank video that they
No,
just
that was that obliterated the body. No, because the musket balls are almost 50 caliber, right? And so he gets close and he shoots it sideways, and it takes the head off the dummy. Those things were brutal. The Patriot actually does a pretty good job of like showing how nasty those wounds were.
Well, it's not like people are lining up to get shot. Oh, well.
Yeah. In this case, those men are getting cleaned
that
up.
was good. All right, yeah, back to my gosh. That was good. So I could not find names on the 4, I don't know, guys that help with Charlie's specialized waste disposal, as it says on their van.
Yeah.
I could
Industrial
find no
and
info on
commercial.
them.
Apparently
Oh, yes.
residential as well. But it doesn't say that on the van.
Yeah.
What does so specialized waste disposal, it says in the van, like what does that mean in terms of not taking care of actual human remains. Like, what is specialized waste disposal in a real world scenario? So that
Dead
van
animals?
wouldn't look weird. In
Hazard
Lake City.
material.
Well, they
hazard
don't.
material.
They don't have the little biohazard thing on their
Yeah.
van,
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Okay.
so they could
So
be a
like
biohazard waste thing.
retail stores get hazard materials picked up. So like nail polish actually is present. It can't go in your regular compactor. That's got to be hazmated out, and you package it up in little containers, and they come with their drums and they stick it in. Or like places like Lowe's where they have oil and gas from machines they sell and things like. So special vehicles come and pick that stuff up.
I mean, I worked at a pool supply warehouse. Everything there was like
Oh
that,
yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I wouldn't see like just a van, pulling off with that kind of stuff.
I don't think anybody's gonna think anything about it.
Right.
It should have been like pest control or something like that, though. Maybe
Yeah.
that'd be too on the nose.
Now I have a
But-
question.
Why dinner reservation? Right? Like what? You call for dinner reservation? Like why? Is your line tapped or like?
Well, it
but if
might
your line's
be.
tapped, and then but you make a dinner reservation, assuming your line's tapped, and then a waste disposal truck shows up.
Yeah, but
That kind of is
hold on.
counterintuitive too.
Not necessarily. So here's the deal. Like post 2001, we know the Patriot Act lets the FBI and NSA listen to like everything. Hi guys.
Hope you like the show. You're our only
They're all
listeners.
crooked.
Anyway, so basically, it's code for like they're calling to make a dinner reservation. But when you make a dinner reservation, you go to the place. But in this case, the FBI, NSA, whoever doesn't know that the place you're supposed to go to is sending a vehicle to your house, right?
Well, that's true.
So I mean,
guess-
it's a
yes.
smart
Dinner
kind of
reservation. It's Uber Eats.
Yeah, before that existed.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, so let's say that their line is tapped and they don't speak in code. They say, "Hey, I have 12 dead bodies. Can you come take care of them?" And then,
I mean,
and then Jimmy shows up at the door.
Yeah.
Like, so what? What's it matter? Like, why talking?
Well, that's because it wouldn't be Jimmy showing up.
true.
If you have 12
That's true, yeah.
bodies, you're getting federal agencies involved.
Well, Jimmy didn't alert
I'm not
the federal
saying don't speak in code. I'm just saying, hey, I killed 12 raccoons in my house.
There we go.
Like,
Yeah.
I need pest control.
That would work. That would work.
Well, I have 12 raccoons, and you guys do 12 plus 1 for free, right? If there's a...
You guys have it on your flyer. It says if you get 12.
Get one raccoon, dead raccoon disposal free, otherwise known as trash pandas.
Yes, trash man. If you kill
Trash
a
panda
14th,
disposal.
what
But
do you do
if you
then?
have to make that many phone
Starts
calls
over.
about raccoons, wouldn't it start to tip people off? Because like they live in a nice neighborhood.
Right. This is what you call doing a Drax, where you took the analogy, hyper literal.
Well,
And
that's what
apparently it
we
went over
do.
your
We
head
are
because you didn't-
analyzing and scrutinizing everything.
That's what these podcasts are for, I think.
Exactly.
Moving
Yep.
on.
Exactly.
I give up.
So John is covered in blood, and Charlie tells him he looks good. So that's fun.
Yep.
He says, "You look good."
A tells him that he was worried he was out of this line of work.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess he keeps Charlie very well off in the pocketbook.
Well, yeah, the bodies he buried that day.
Right. Exactly.
The foundation for the building here. So, fun story. When I first moved, not as fun as the pirate story, but this is my story. When I first moved to Minneapolis back, I don't remember when, I was looking for jobs, and one of the jobs that
Wait.
my friend,
Where's this going?
Dinner
We're talking about. Were you fulfilling
just
dinner
wait.
reservations?
Uh-oh.
just wait.
But it's not as much
So-
fun as pirates?
Oh no, pirates would be way more fun. This is just not as fun of a story as the pirate story. So my friend and I found some jobs on Craigslist, and the job was homicide cleanup.
No.
And
Legitimate,
we were
though,
this
right?
close.
Like the cops.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Like
Should've
legit
done it.
homicide cleanup
No.
work.
Why would you want to do that?
We were this close. What curiosity, man. I mean,
Right?
like, obviously there's this very
Okay.
macabre, like,
That's a story
Okay.
to tell.
Okay, it's a story to tell
Right?
where it's
I was
at.
this close.
Oh my, no.
Scientific
No,
curiosity.
especially in a big city. No, that
We
I
realized it was
like-
going to be far more boring, actually, than you would think. We like did a little digging, and like, it wasn't just homicide cleanup stuff. It was like crime scene cleanup. So you would have gotten called for all
Right.
sorts of stupid stuff, and it would not have been near the excitement. Plus, to what Seth's freaking out about. Yeah, it would
I
have been
don't need to
bad
see.
time.
I can go my whole life without seeing a homicide, and I'd be happy. In fact, I was kind of upset because I was scrolling through Twitter and saw a picture of a dead mass shooter, and it was a graphic picture, and I was like, I'm not sad the guy's dead. I didn't need to see the
Do
picture.
you
Thanks,
not
guys.
watch Donuts videos?
Everything's blurred out. It's fantastic. He makes quack
Well, he
sounds for
has an
gunshots and
off-white.
yeah, I'm not on his Patreon, so I don't see the uncensored stuff.
Yeah.
Like that stuff
I
doesn't
don't
bother me. But I saw a very graphic picture, and all the pictures and videos of the shooting are floating around, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not. I have no desire to see any of that in real life.
I was that way, and I've been a little desensitized. I'm not saying I'd want it.
Right.
It would be interesting. But
See,
yeah,
movies.
the
This is
homicide
something people don't understand. Video games and movies do not actually desensitize you to the like real life
No.
violence.
real life.
It's
no,
totally
not
different.
at all. It's very true.
But anyway, rabbit
My
trails
friend used to be a
galore.
not paramedic, but EMT.
Dude, I couldn't do that either.
No.
I
Sounds like-
can't even
bad.
watch doctor shows where they cut people open. That's worse to me than watching John Wick.
I
That's
used
just
to
a
be
couple
that way.
I hate it.
I'm not. That way anymore.
I think I couldn't do an EMT, but I could do homicide cleanup, I think. Because they're already dead. Like something about them being alive or
Yeah.
possibly alive.
Oh yeah, I can
in-
see that being
in
worse.
pain or thrashing
way
or
out
something.
the
I'm
door.
like, no.
No, that
If
could
they're
be
already
way
done,
worse
like
for
the
sure.
scientific curiosity for some reason I think would kick in
Yeah.
more than
Mhm.
So that's what I think of
Just
now
mess-
when I see these guys show up, though, with their squeegees and their
Yeah,
stuff, and like hauling stuff out. I'm like, I could have done that.
yeah.
it's like Breaking Bad. Just get the plastic tubs that are the right chemical makeup, and then you can pour acid and,
Disintegrate.
or you can pull the Red Dead Redemption, just throw them to the hogs.
Yeah.
So those agents listening into our call, listen. we got some explaining to do.
No, we have no explain to do. We just watch movies and TV shows.
I literally said I didn't take the job.
But would not the best way to dispose of body be to throw them in an active volcano? I'm just saying.
Okay, no,
logistics, though.
yeah, logistically, that's the hardest way to do it.
Yeah, take your victim to Hawaii on an all expense paid
Right.
vacation.
Your
Wait.
passenger beside you,
You can
seems a little out of it.
weekend
Yeah,
at
he
Bernie's
takes
him
him
the
and
whole way there,
Weekend at Bernie's.
the whole way to the volcano. That's a lot of work.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Alrighty then, next minute, tomorrow. Tomorrow's
We
minute.
see a lot of bodies getting drug across the floor, things being wrapped up, cleaned, etc.
Windows being
You're
squeegee.
throwing
which is
away
where
the
we left
guns.
off.
Yeah. Yep.
You're throwing away the guns.
You know why? Because again, Tahoe guys are pretty stupid, so they're probably serialized, which means they can lead
Yeah.
back somewhere. They weren't smart enough to scrub the serial numbers, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
well.
feel like you could do something with that. Just I don't know, mill off the numbers and sell them or something. I don't know.
I mean, you could. Maybe they do, right? They have a special bag
I'm
for
going.
them.
Yeah, they do put them in a special bag, and I'm gonna
Okay.
guess that acquiring weapons is not
Difficult.
a problem for these guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, you could still sell it on the underground for $200, $300 and get.
But
you
but
know,
here's the
that's
deal.
something.
When
Probably
you
do.
have a Okay, so it's like we talked about this before. I can't remember who we were referring to. But like to Elon Musk, $100,000 is like $100 to me.
Mm.
So when you're that well off, you have a little
Well, yeah.
you don't need
And you're
It's
you're
just
trying not to get
excess.
caught,
right.
so
Yeah.
it's safer
Mhm.
to dispose of the
That's
stuff
true.
and not worry about it. All right. Well, now that
Actually,
we've solved the
$100,000 is
crime board
probably
problems.
like $10 to me. But
Yeah.
anyway. Moving on,
All right.
that is the end of
All
that
I've got.
minute.
Yep.
Moving on. Well, thank you
34.
everyone for joining us. We hope that you'll join us again tomorrow. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook group. Did we mention that?
We did.
And to join us there. And we hope that you will join us again tomorrow for the next episode of the John Wick Minute.
So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks. We out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized. We out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide. We move forward like soldiers.